Hello and welcome to part 2 of Mega Man X6. I hate this game. So here's some plot. Apparently X6 wanted to combine the endings in X5, like the good ending and the bad ending, in that Zero did stop the colony, and X didn't lose his memory about Zero and all that good stuff, but the debris from the colony still landed on the Earth and pretty much ruined everything, and humanity was almost extinct. What? Then what was the point of taking out the space colony? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. Nevertheless, Dr. Isaac here seems to think that the nightmares, which we saw the Zero Nightmare character, are bad and they're trying to destroy the world. What? What are you talking about? Wait, X, let him finish his story. Ugh. Now, I'd like to call on volunteers. Unite with us and help our cause. Work for these eight investigators. Sorry. Our goal is to wipe out the nightmare, and to delete the Zero's ghost. Come together for our future. This Hymax will lead the mission. We guarantee your safety if you join us. But both Maverick Hunters and Reploids now suffer. Let's preserve our future together! We're waiting for you, everyone! How dare! He talks about Zero that way! Zero gave his life to save us! It can't be helped now. Actually, we saw the nightmare too, shaped as Zero. So we need to find out and investigate what the nightmare is. For now, leave Isaac and Hymax alone. I wonder what are those suspected areas he mentioned. Can you find out, Alia? No, due to a strong jamming. I can't look into it from here. So I've got to go in there blind. Maybe I'll be able to feel the nightmare directly. Blah blah blah, long story short, 8 Mavericks, or I guess they're nightmare investigators in this game, are trying to find nightmares, but they're also corrupt and doing bad shit, and we have to take them all out. Spoiler! I'm not spoilering anything, am I? It's a Mega Man game. What do you think we're going there to do? But regardless, here is the map screen. There's actually 2 other rooms. There's the parts room and the Reploid rescue room. I'm going to be explaining the Reploid rescue part later, but basically we'll show those off later when I actually have rescued Reploids and done all that jazz. The worst thing about Mega Man X6 is this thing called the Nightmare System. The Nightmare System works as if it tries to reenact the level-changing effects that were in the original Mega Man X and Mega Man X3, and it pretends like this is some great feature that makes the game so awesome, when in reality it makes the game unbearable to play, and it's just tedious playing a game that is completely random, and every time you replay it, it's always different. I had no idea how this LP was going to turn out, because I didn't know what dangers my character was going to face. It's absolutely retarded. On the stage select map, some of the characters, like the Mavericks' faces, will be completely covered in red color. And if they're completely covered in red color, it implies that the Nightmare virus, or whatever, is there, affecting the level. When you start the game off, there are no red spaces, and there are no Nightmare areas to deal with. So the good news is, whoever you take on, right now, first stage, is going to be good. So I'm going after Commander Yanmark, so I don't have to do this stage later when it's unbearable to play. Commander Yanmark has feminine eyes, but he's a dude. They refer to Commander Yanmark as a he. I kid you not. But hey, don't worry, it's not as bad as certain characters later in the series. Illuminate! Sorry, bad throat. El Paizo! Oh, Jesus, did it again. Nevertheless, these are the Reploids I'm saving, but before I go on about them, you go to the right here, and here's a Dr. Light capsule. X, I wonder when peace will return. I wanted you to live in peace in a warless era, but we must first put an end to this nightmare. Forgive me, all I can do is give you this armor. However, for security reasons, the armor won't work until you get all 4 pieces, which is just fucking stupid, I hate it! Hi. This program will enhance your dash performance and enable you to perform the Mach Dash. You can dash while jumping, and you'll be invincible in the beginning. For the Earth, for the future, good luck! Well, thanks, Dr. Light. We got a part for the blade armor, which is, somewhat good. But we won't know about it until we get the other 3 parts. In Mega Man X6, every level has tons of Reploids hanging all over the place. In fact, they all look the same in each level they're in, too, which is kind of odd. Basically, not only do they give you free man and extra health, but some of the Reploids are carrying parts that you could really use in battle. Sometimes they'll carry abilities that let you strengthen your Mega Buster. Sometimes they'll give you abilities that let you jump faster, or jump higher, or dash farther. And believe me, because of the terrible stage design in Mega Man X6, these parts are mandatory. God, these fucking enemies are annoying. Basically, the giant grasshopper robots, when they die, they just turn into a hologram, and then they come back. It's really obnoxious. But speaking about dying and coming back, there's an even more obnoxious enemy called the Nightmare. If the Nightmare grabs hold of a Reploid, he turns him Maverick, and he kills him, and you can't save him ever again, and he's gone for the rest of the game. If he has an important part like the shock buffer, which is the most important part you'll ever need, it's the worst thing that could happen. Seriously. The Nightmare enemies are in every level, and they are tedious to fight because it takes so many hits to bring them down, and you need their juice to level up and whatnot. And look, I can't see where I'm going! Oh, spikes. Thanks, stage design. That really helps. But the Zero enemies... Or not the Zero enemies, but the Nightmare enemies. Every time you defeat a Nightmare enemy, you get his special Nightmare Soul. And the more Nightmare Souls you have, the more your rank goes up. And the more your rank goes up, the more parts you can equip to Mega Man X. It's a really obnoxious system, and I don't like it at all. Like, X5 had this simple part system, you know? The more you played, the more parts you got. Very simple. And in fact, I beat X5 without using a single part, because guess what? The stage design was actually well thought out. X6, though, it's tedious. It's really tedious. But anyway, now we're coming up to Commander Yanmark. As Safan asked me to do a Waspinator impression from the hit TV show Beast Wars, or as I known it in Canada, Beasties. I figured I'd do it a Waspinator impression of Commander Yanmark here. So whoever requested that, this is for you. You're the Nightmare Investigator, Commander Yanmark.
Yes, I'm in charge of the Amazon area. Tell me, what is Zero up to? You must know something.
Zero has nothing to do with this. Stop accusing him.
I won't trust both the Maverick Hunter and Reploid Researcher. I don't know what you're thinking. I won't end up being betrayed and deleted. I will delete you first. No.
Maybe it's not that great, I've yet to hear myself say it. But regardless, Commander Yanmark can be defeated with the Z-Saber. Just keep spamming it, really. The Z-Saber cuts out the bullets that his mini dragonflies are shooting at you. And it cuts them down rather quickly. Even in extreme mode, if you have Falcon Armored X, this is a pretty good strategy, since the armor is so good and all you have to do is keep slashing and slashing. Commander Yanmark is a bitch. And he's just another example of inconsistency in Mega Man X6. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. It can't decide. But I'll see you in part 3.